Dr. Evans, guess what? Last week I started as a UX designer at Health Tech.
Hi, Alice. Congratulations. Say, class is over. Call me David. Health Tech looks super cool. They do AI in healthcare, right?
Yes, patient education for portals and EHRs.
Nice. How was your first week?
Honestly, it's a mix of, wow, this is so cool, and oh no, there's so much to learn. But get this, I get to help design their AI agent.
Seriously. Well, that is exciting. You know, done right, AI could really improve the patient experience. Who's on your team?
The team is great. I mean, their roles shape their goals, but they're all top-notch. Our CEO, Cecil, is super ambitious. He's betting big on AI, and he's more tech-centered than human-centered, but he's very inspiring. Then there's Ernest, our engineer. He's brilliant. He can streamline anything. He always asks, why make people click twice, not once? And when he rants against spaghetti code, it kind of makes me hungry. And Sally from sales, it's no surprise it's all about revenue and cost control. She sets the KPIs, but everyone says we wouldn't get bonuses without her. Oh, and Mia from marketing is so supportive. She just wants to make sure our products don't get ignored, but with her there's no chance of that. And lastly, Larry, our lawyer, he keeps everything compliant. He's kind of scary, but I can tell he really cares about patient privacy.
Great team. I guess just try to avoid Pete from parking tickets.
Haha, and Helen from HR.
No, seriously, those roles are crucial for responsible AI. You're in good hands.
I think so too.
Well, ask your questions, no matter how naive, and whenever possible, show them data rather than personal opinions. And remember, Alice, you belong there. They need you.
Thanks, David.
Hi, everyone. Health Tech is essential to healthcare providers and electronic portals across the country. We know what we contribute: patient education, clinical decision support, and care optimization. But do we know why we exist? The answer is patient engagement. We help people complete their journey back to good health. It's important work. That's why today I'm launching the development of an AI agent, which I've codenamed Damien. Damien is a game changer. Think about everything you have to read as a patient. Every leaflet or email or after-visit summary. You're pre-diabetic? Read this. Skin condition? Read this. Pregnant? Read this. Patients expect these and want them to be personalized. But it means that in the clinic, they watch their providers typing rather than talking about their care. Trees are killed and dumps are filled, all with the same pamphlet, even though everyone is unique. Damien can do better. An AI teammate listens to patient visits and delivers personalized information about their diagnoses. Doctors and nurses spend less time writing and more time caring. And patients get information tailored to who they are, so they actually follow their treatment plans. AI is the right thing to build, but we have to build it right. This is why we've welcomed Alice to the team as our UX designer and researcher. We're happy you're here.
Thank you.
So let's get after it, Alice. I need you to approve the patient consent forms so we can use their data to train Damien. You'll work with engineering, legal, and marketing. I think Ernest has some mock-ups already. I want to do this quickly, because we need to start training the AI to generate personalized pamphlets. Good? Great. Now, let me pass the ball to our Chief Financial Officer. Sally, take it away.
Thanks, Cecil. We just heard about Health Tech's reason for being, which is to increase patient engagement. But the reality is our KPIs are down. And if we want to go public, we need to impress our shareholders. We need to grow our patients who opt in by 30% and our providers who use us by 50%. So those are the new KPI benchmarks. Damien is the right thing at the right time. So no pressure, Alice. The opt-in screen you design has to convert.
And it has to be legal.
Right, HIPAA.
Of course, Larry. You've taught us well.
But wasn't the HIPAA privacy rule passed back in 1996 when AI still meant awkward introvert? Have lawmakers agreed that using data to train AI is in fact sharing data?
Lawmakers haven't agreed. And that's what makes your job easier. Congress might be clueless, but your designs must be legal.
Okay. Do we have users in Europe? Do we need to comply with the GDPR? How about in California?
I'm beginning to like you. Do you know the difference between CCPA and CPRA? Thought not. So it's illegal if I say it's legal.
Right, absolutely, for sure.
So it's simple. Get patients to opt in to sharing their data with AI. Illegal. Then train Damien to write pamphlets and summarize visits. All by the end of the quarter. We're adjourned.
Alice, aren't you excited to design this AI agent? Our monthly active patients have flatlined. If we turn those KPIs back upward, we'll get nice bonuses. I'm going skiing in Austria.
Don't worry, Alice. My consent form is 80% done. Just needs your approval. You'll like it. I bundled it with our annual HIPAA consent. Sally thought that was genius.
Too bad we have to ask patients to opt in again to train our AI. Otherwise, we launch Damien to everyone, count them as using it, and boom! Bonuses all around. What's with the name Damien, though?
Cecil's pet lizard is Damien. He thinks it'll scale.
What does it say in this tiny light gray font on a white background?
That just says where you agree to HIPAA. You also agree to let your personal medical data train our AI. User-friendly, right? 1 click instead of 2.
That's good. A lot of patients drop off at this screen.
I see. So where do I go if I want to give some permissions but not all? To share my info with insurers and get things like test results on the portal, but not yet share my data with AI models.
Who would want that? AI is going to streamline everything.
Yeah, our email campaign really sells AI. We also push it on the homepage.
I mean, of course, you're right. AI is going to be amazing. But people are trying to book an appointment here, right? They're kind of vulnerable because they're focused on their health. This link lets them read the privacy policy, right?
Like anyone does. Larry will update that policy today.
And where are all the toggles to set my preferences? I'm thinking it should look like cookie management. Some yes, some no.
We don't have that broken out yet. I doubt we will by the launch.
I think we're drifting from the KPIs. We only hit our numbers if everyone agrees to everything.
Wait, really? Wow. This risks privacy zuckering. Or should I say AI zuckering?
Are you accusing my mock-ups of having dark patterns?
Deceptive patterns. No, Ernest. These mockups are a great start for my user research. They'll give patients something to react to.
What's zuckering?
It's when people are tricked into consenting to more uses of their data than they realize. We can't spell it all out here, Alice. It's in the privacy policy. This isn't a dark pattern.
Deceptive pattern.
It's just streamlined.
And bundled.
Look, I have ethics. I care about users. But this is how everyone does it, including our competitors.
We want the same thing. Meaningful consent. We'll see how users react.
There's no time for user research, Alice. The launch is happening this quarter. Remember, we also need to build the AI pamphlets.
No user research? Oh, okay. Just let me have a week with it or so. I'll check with Larry.
It's legal.
There you go. And he earns way more than us. Tell you what, Alice. I can make room in the design sprint until, say, end of the week.
Sure.
Cool. Cecil was clear, Alice. We need your approval. But remember, if you scare patients right here about privacy and AI, they won't opt in. See, if you can make Ernest mockups better, but not worse.
If you have an opinion, maybe you should shove it, or maybe you could scream it. Might be best to keep it to yourself.
Well, welcome to the rodeo, kid. I admit your first ethical debate came kind of quickly. What are you going to do?
It's classic AI zuckering. They're manipulating me into approving it because I'm so junior. I just started Monday. Should I just blow it all up and call the other place that gave me an offer?
Whoa, slow down, Snowden. Look, you can't be at the whole whistleblower saboteur stage already. Is your approval still required to move forward?
Yes.
And are you still being invited to the meetings?
Yes.
Okay. You can still bend the arc of justice. But now that you know about this, Alice, quitting is abandoning your users. And saying nothing is approving a dark pattern.
Deceptive pattern. Wait, are you saying no matter what, I'm complicit? I'm to blame?
Kind of, yes. Or you'll get credit for fixing it. So what are you going to do?
But I just started. What if I can't do anything? What if capitalism is too broken?
Capitalism, yes, it is flawed. Some call it the worst system ever, except for all the other systems. But forgive me if I stay focused on getting you your first paycheck. Have you tried to redesign the AI consent form?
No, but they're not even doing user research.
Oh, they're doing user research just on real patients. They'll learn, if maybe the hard way. Well, get in flow and do what you do best. If they don't take your ethical redesign on faith, just push for an A/B test. Look, Alice, don't set off the sprinkler system just yet. Don't exfiltrate a terabyte of data and book a flight to Moscow. Mock up an ethical alternative and argue to your team how it helps their KPIs, or the KPIs they should have and they just don't know it yet. Dark patterns are usually just a failure of imagination, a failure of empathy.
Deceptive patterns. You're right. The users are my boss and the boss of my bosses. They need healthcare and AI. And me.
They do. Keep your seat at the table. Pick your battles. Don't tell them yet that Damien is a stupid name.
So, this morning we're reviewing the A/B test results for our AI opt-in designs. Ernest's design is A and mine is B. Both are HIPAA compliant, confirmed by Larry. Mia also set up the test on our portal with a few hundred of our actual patients. Ernest's version A optimized for efficiency, the least text and the fewest clicks. My version B optimized for trust and transparency. It unbundled permissions with separate toggles and showed a more readable preview of the dense privacy policy. For both versions, Mia contributed screens that sold folks on the value of AI, more human contact with providers, personalized after-visit summaries, and help with appointments. I'll hand it over to Mia with the results.
Good. Let's hear it. I have a hard stop in 10 minutes.
Well, initially, it looked like Ernest's Vision A had more click-throughs.
Yes!
But, although fewer patients clicked through Alice's version B, more of them actually showed up to their appointments, and they made future appointments at rates I've never seen.
Oh. Why do you think your designs work better in the long run, Alice?
Sometimes being too aggressive at one moment of truth can hurt a business later. Mia told me that on average we keep our patients for 7 years. We can't afford for this to shorten that. It's great to see patients coming to more appointments when we treat them like whole persons whom we want to care for over a lifetime.
I see. Because health tech exists to increase patient engagement.
And they're less likely to sue us.
That almost sounds like a compliment, Larry.
The cost to prevent a problem is always lower than the cost to fix it. Alice's design is better than legal. It's meaningful consent.
Alice also convinced me that this can't jeopardize other business lines. I'll add show-up rates and future bookings to our KPIs.
Well, okay. Ernest, launch Alice's designs to everyone and get going on the next sprint. Train Damien to start writing pamphlets and after-visit summaries. Keep up the urgency. Good work, Alice.
I can't wait to tell David about the redesign win. But no time. On to designing the AI writer. I thought I would have seen a meeting invitation by now. Hey Ernest, when are we going to meet about the AI pamphlets?
Very soon. Watch for an invite. We're in a little bit of a holding pattern now while sales gets more providers interested in it.
Sus. Did I just lose my seat at the table? Maybe that's fine, at least I won't get blamed. But are there real risks? How do I foresee them? It's just an AI-written healthcare pamphlet. Okay or not okay? David said that moral outrage kicks in when people feel harmed, cheated, or betrayed. They calm down with care, fairness, loyalty, authority, purity, and liberty. Ah, I know.
Hello, Alice.
Hi Mia, hi Sally. Look, I know Cecil said we don't have time for research, but I have in mind a survey about triggers and mitigators for using AI. Even though it won't influence the design, it could still inform marketing or customer support.
Actually, your timing is perfect. I just learned I have to teach our call centers and front desk what to say about AI if they get calls.
I have some budget. I'm getting some pushback from providers. I'd love to get a better idea of what points to hit.
Let's get out in front of it, right? Great! I could hire an agency to do the end-to-end for around $50K.
I have 10K.
I can chip in 10K.
Okay, well, I'll program the survey and write the report myself. We'll use your budget to pay for a panel of respondents, maybe about 200.
Results need to be on time.
And on budget.
This press cover is a disaster. What the hell happened? How do we go from game-changing AI to being labeled as a manipulator?
Health Tech and hot water over falsely labeling AI content as written by human doctors. Is it my doctor or is it AI? Health Tech using a dark pattern called the Turing trick. You're not hallucinating. AI wrote the letter about your health, not your doctor. Health Tech's Damien isn't a real doctor. It just plays on the TV.
Seriously? Turing trick? TV doctor?
What the hell is a Turing trick?
It's when you can't tell if it's AI or human. It's fun science fiction, but no fun for users. Ask anyone on dating apps.
I'm getting calls from offended doctors who are threatening to pull out, and investors are asking if we can survive this. We need a fix, ASAP.
This could escalate beyond PR. If regulators take notice, we're looking at possible fines, lawsuits, and long-term damage to our reputation.
Where do we even start fixing this?
I might have a way to help. I conducted a survey about the top concerns people have about AI in healthcare and the best ways to calm them down. I drafted a press release with some ways to rebuild trust.
You ran a survey?
We approved it.
And funded it.
We didn't want to hold up development, but we still thought it would be useful for marketing, sales, and customer calls. But it also might help with the crisis response.
It could actually work in our favor. It shows we're listening and committed to doing better.
Alright, Alice. Meet us in the boardroom and show me what you've got.
These are the top 7 things that trigger moral outrage and the top 7 things that can calm it down. "40% of the patients in our survey rejected any use of AI in their healthcare, so it's important to address everyone's concerns."
So, it's just way better if we sign it as approved by Dr. Jones rather than written by Dr. Jones. I sure wish Jones hadn't talked to that reporter. Gather the press. I can also tell them we redesigned the consent form already.
You mean Alice redesigned the consent form. Alice, you should be there. We need whatever it takes to bring back the doctors and investors.
Thanks, Sally. People are open to AI, helping with their health, even diagnoses. But they just want to feel like they're in the hands of an authority they can trust and they're not being betrayed.
Cecil, at the press briefing, first you have to show you care for folks' concerns. Then you commit to these fixes. Only at the end should you tackle any misperceptions or talk about your optimism.
Do we really need to respond at all? I mean, our competitors are going to do the same thing we did, labeling AI content as written by doctors.
The conversation is happening online, whether we join it or not. I think we can own it, and then set the standard for similar companies.
Damien could be the more ethical choice.
Competitors will match our best practice to avoid being sued or regulated.
Let's all just take a breath and do our jobs, like Alice is. Mia, work with her so I can give this press briefing within 24 hours. Sally, prepare talking points for investors from the survey. Larry, let's get a real risk assessment. Ernest, reprogram the code to give no hint of deceptive labeling. If you have to, pause the rollout. Alice, you recognized the fix before we knew we had a problem. It just might turn a pit into a peak. Good work. Okay, I'll see everyone in the regular Damien meeting.
Sorry, Cecil. That meeting isn't on my calendar.
It's not?
I'll resend the invite, Alice.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Cecil, the Chief CEO of HealthTech. I want to address the recent concerns caused by Damien, our new AI health assistant. We know that care, trust, and respect for privacy mean as much to you as they do to us. Our rollout made some missteps and aroused some legitimate concerns. We can do better. I'd like to tell you how. Everyone, a minute. These past few days have been rough, but thanks to Alice's leadership and your work as a team, we'll be alright. This came from living our values, listening to patients, and savvy business moves.
I love Night Team. Health Tech's my jam.
I put in a note to Helen in HR to promote you to Director of Design Ethics, so you can write our company values.
What? Only attorneys can have ethics in their titles.
Cecil, Larry, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but aren't design ethicists the ones who get fired instantly and go testify before Congress? I'd like to work here at HealthTech long enough to earn a paycheck. You created a company where we can do well by doing good. And you guys showed ethics is everyone's jobs. So, how about you just make me Director of UX?
I'm really beginning to like you.
Congratulations, Alice.
Hey Ernest, what's up?
Morning, Alice. Just wanted to say I appreciate how you handled this crisis. Bonuses are better than layoffs, but do you really think it's all behind us?
What do you mean?
Well, you taught us about AI Zuckering and the Turing trick as two dark patterns.
Deceptive patterns.
Right. But have you heard of the Skinner box?
You mean where unethical companies artificially design a variable reward like a dopamine drip to create addictive overuse?
Exactly. Turn every AI into a slot machine, or a high-maintenance lover. If we don't do it, our competitors will beat us on minutes per session and days of use per month. Sally already made those KPIs.
You're kidding me. But these are patients. They just want to get treated, not be addicted to our portal. Is all engagement good engagement?
Look, I like you, so I'm going to be real with you. Until you realize you're fighting a culture, you'll just be playing ethical whack-a-mole. You've got to change the culture.
How do I do that?
Not you, us. Let's publish your survey for the world. Follow through on what Cecil wants. When our competitors do AI Zuckering or Turing tricks or Skinner boxes, people will be like, nah, forget that. I'm choosing HealthTech. They've got ethics.
Ernest, that's brilliant.
Good brands, big bonuses. But I do have one request.
What?
Please do a study to test the name Damien. It doesn't sound like an ethical AI agent. It sounds like some kind of demonic lizard.
Is why I don't leave the house. You say the coast is clear, but you won't catch me out. Oh, why? This is why. This is why I don't leave the house. You say the coast is clear, but you won't catch me out. Oh, why? This is why. Wanna step beyond your door? It might as well have been a free fall. One step beyond your door, falling down an endless soul. One step beyond your door, might as well.
Here are the 3 deceptive patterns I'm watching out for as AI is increasingly used in healthcare and beyond.
Privacy Zuckering. A dialogue asks for users' consent to use personal data but is deceptive about its much broader use in training generative AI models, agents, or products. The Turing trick. Content is generated by AI but deceptively presented as communication from a human such that users cannot discern the identity of their interaction partner. The Skinner box. Rewarding content generated by AI is delivered after unknown time intervals or user actions in order to be addictive. This is to maximize active engagement.